Good morning, or good evening, or whatever time you happen to be watching this. Let's see. There we are. Just need to get the chat monitoring set up, and then we'll be good to go. Let me see. I just have to do something else real quick, actually. I forgot to do earlier. Come on. Load, please. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Oh, come on. Yeah. The Wi-Fi here is a bit weird, I have to say. Hello, Levitt171. Glad you could make it. Yes. Hello, Worth of Demand. So yeah, the first mastery we're starting off with today is WCML Preston Carlisle. I already have the Morecambe Illuminations tier unlocked, but I want to get this Cumbria poster. And we need to complete one last scenario in order to unlock this. And then we'll be going on to Liberec's Stara Paka. So yeah, let's go down. Also, I did pick up WCML Birmingham Crewe and Tarantaramp Dresden to Chemnitz. Dresden Chemnitz is actually 90... Wait a minute, is it sale still on? Yeah, the Steam Train Fest is still on for 2 days, and there are 3 TSW routes at 90% off. Birmingham Cross City, Canadian National Oakville Subdivision, which I'm refusing to... which I don't think I'll ever pick up, and Dresden Chemnitz. So if you're on PC and want a good TSW deal, highly recommend you check those out. I was going to initially stream Thames Valley branches today because, well, it's my new favourite route and I'm a Marlow branch local, so it would make sense to stream it and get the mastery for it. However, if we look in this screen here, you'll see, wait a minute, Thames Valley branches is supposed to be right here after WCML Crewe to Preston. It's just not here. And I'm not the only one who has this issue. It's just not there at all. It's just gone. Oh, I do need to check something real quick now that I'm thinking about it. Yes, here we are. Come on. There we go. Working in the background, and did I put it in? I did. Actually, no, I haven't put that in. Just noting things down for... Yeah. Okay. So, that's... Okay, I've put that on the list. Just doing a bit of... Yeah, I've got a document with all of the masteries that I need to do for my favourite routes, and then we'll go on to my not-so-favourite routes. So I'm just doing a bit of editing to that before we get going. So yeah, we've got WCML Preston to Carlisle and Liberec to Stara Paka today. Oh, looks like there's a tram. I presume that would be at, what, Wolverhampton? And there's also a... Is that a Birmingham poster? I can't really tell at this at that resolution, but hey. Right, okay, enough faffing around. Down to Preston Carlisle, we have to go scenarios, we have to select one with a difficulty of 3 or higher, so we're doing It's Coming Home. Operate a special Foot X charter from Carlisle to Preston, expect adverse aspects all the way. We're going to be in the class 86/2, specifically, the only one with a rally light fitted instead of a high-intensity headlight, which is called Hardwick. Just make sure that I'm caught up on the chat here. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, you'll also notice the lack of background music. That is because my past two Mastery streams, you'll now notice they're no longer public. I had to delete them because they got unfairly copyright struck for no reason, despite me using copyright-free music. And I had to delete them because the disputes got rejected by YouTube, so I didn't have any choice. Today you're operating a special Foot X charter as far as Preston. You're running non-stop, but the path is suboptimal and you're following a stopping service from Carlisle. Right. Just zoom the map out. Just make music by yourself? It's a lot harder than than you think, War Thunderman. Genuinely. I don't have anything close to that kind of skill set. Headlights and marker lights. And let's also do the fire alarm test. What? It did one little chime, and now it's silent. That's a bug. Just walk through the room. Key on? Already did. The key is off? No, it's not. Well, it's not too important. I could just do it when we get back to the cab. Oh, yeah, it is off. No, thanks for noticing, War Thunderman. Yeah. So, yeah, here we are in the Class 86/2. Number 86225 Hardwick. Yeah. And we have a rake. Oh, there goes that Class 87. We've got some... Ooh, we've got a mixed rake of Mark IIs, Mark IIIs, this buffet coach, more Mark IIs, this singular Mark IIA. Ooh, wow. There's a lot of... Firebell test? Already did that. Yeah, so let's just make sure that's on. So yeah, we have a very mixed rake today, presumably because we're a non-standard charter service rather than a timetable run. What is that 08 doing there? Your guess is as good as mine. 08884. Oh yeah, that's one of the regulars in this area. One cool thing about this route is that if you have a look at the map, you've got Kingmore Yard, Kingmore Depot, and then 1, 2, 3 yards around here which you can do shunting. So there's a bunch of, if you have all of the relevant add-ons, you can do a bunch of trip workings around the Carlisle area, which are actually a lot of fun. But sadly, this route doesn't have any proper layering for the Crewe Preston stock yet. The Class 86/4 layers in, but it can only do cross-country services and can't do freight like it can on Crewe Preston. Sounds like it's shut down. I've got the reverser in neutral, that's why. Yeah. So, where are we stopping? Going via Penrith, Oxenholme, Lancaster, and then stopping at Preston at 1411. Oh, hello, Class 101. Sounds like it shut down the 08. Oh, okay. Yeah, it probably is. If it's got exhaust effects, then... Yeah, it shut down, alright. Alright, 20 seconds till we need to go. There's a new game on the way on Roblox called Train Intercity. Not interested. Simply because it's Roblox and I don't like the Roblox company. They're really, really unethical people, it sounds like. Oh. Power controller to not... Oh, we got... Right. Punch it. Right, let's give her some welly. up to 20 miles an hour. There's a class City of Manchester, class 87007. It's a really good game. I don't care if it's a good game or not, Levitt. I'm sorry, but I just, whether the game is good or not is immaterial. If the company behind it is unethical and protecting people, which I can't say the name of because the official term are because, well, YouTube would come after me with a hatchet. I'm just, yeah, I'm not interested in anything Roblox related. Like, there's also note the Harrison's Home Care building on the left here. Thomas Harrison is one of the lead developers at Just Trains. There's a class 47 over there. Ooh, with a nameplate. Hang on. Just temporarily photo mode. City of Truro. Ooh. Roblox did not make it. Roblox is the main company behind it. And I don't care if they're, I just could not, frankly, yeah. Hello, Chalky. Glad you could make it, bud. Yeah. There was a route Chalky was checking out on his Discord server. It's called, what is it? South Yorkshire Commuter, Sheffield to Doncaster. I think it's a new modded route that's available on the Trainsim community website. PC only, of course. Ooh, BR Lodge logo blue class 47 down there. We do have a neutral section coming up, so I have to run the train down in time for that. South Yorkshire Commuter, yeah. That does sound, genuinely that does sound interesting. I might have to give that a go at some point. I'm going to keep the train at 20 mile an hour for now. What is that? The neutral? That is the neutral section. Right, shutting you down. Right. Train is now shut down. Yeah, it's a bit of a pity I couldn't save the 2 streams from last week due to the copyright dispute, but yeah. The map, track, and signals are done, but there's currently just landscape and no scenery. Okay, what about the timetable? Because, okay, we do have power now. Let's start running her up towards 75 mile an hour. Hello, Rival. Glad you could make it. Full steam ahead to Preston. This is the last scenario I need to do before I can, before all of the mastery challenges on Preston Carlisle are done. Yeah. They made the game is by a different person. I don't really care about that, Levitt. My main concern is with the my main concern is with the publishers, the people who publish it, not the people who made the game. The people who publish it are Roblox. Roblox is the platform, and I'm not touching Roblox with a barge pole. Chucky says, yeah, it's got a full timetable. There's even Rivet trams running Sheffield Supertram services, but not drivable. Fascinating. I'm going to have to check that out. Might even make a video on it. Right, let's give her some extra juice. Morning for the UK, my favourite route. Preston to Carlisle was for the long, is still in my top 4. I think my favourite routes are Thames Valley branches, Great Western Express Remaster, Great Western Express Remaster, WCML, Crewe, Preston, and then this. My gaming laptop is dying every second. It could turn on for 4 hours. Ouch. Yeah, I think it's time you began to consider a replacement. Yeah. Yeah, Roblox is the platform precisely worth on demand. Hello, Cheese. Glad you could make it. Normal Dave gaming laptop battery. Yeah. I just have mine plugged in all the time, otherwise it just doesn't work. Right, we're up to 90 mile an hour. You're getting more viewers on TSW? Precisely. Right. This is the... Just so, for the people who just joined, this... Does my laptop even have a battery? It does have a battery. I just never run out on battery power if I can avoid it. What we're doing right now, we're doing a run from Carlisle to Preston on the 1986 Preston to Carlisle route. So we're doing a full run of the route in an old British Rail electric locomotive. This is the Class 86/2. One of my favourite in the game. Favourite routes are no surprise to anyone are Medway, Riviera and East Coastway. 3 very good choices, Chucky, and definitely in my top favourite as well. Especially Medway. Medway is just... oh man, Medway. Medway is just so good. You do need a battery replacement if you want to take it around. I just take the cable with it everywhere, War Thunderman. The game will run bad without battery. Yeah, yeah, I know. Why Stara Paka in the stream name? Is it a route? Yes, it is a route, Cheese. It's Liberec to Stara Paka is the route, and we're going to be checking that out after we're finished doing the run on this route. East Coastway, for nostalgia reasons, was the first route I ever ran. The first route I ever ran, and this will come probably as a surprise to many people, I originally played when Trains World 3 was originally a thing. Like in the somewhat early days of TSW3, so around January 2023, I got Xbox Game Pass, and I played Train Sim World on a Chromebook, a literal Chromebook, using 85 limit. We're about to be oh yeah, we're speeding. LOL. Oh, I have to rerun it now. Now they use the dynamic brake. Ag. I just streamed it over the cloud. I essentially just streamed Train Sim World over the cloud to my Chromebook and played it. It was laggy as heck, but I just messed around in the training center. And no, hello, why are we not running up? And just played, that I just had so much fun with that I just bought Train Sim World when I got my gaming computer. I was originally planning on playing mainly Flight Simulator, so like Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 as it was at the time. Sense of speed is good on TSW? It is! And I haven't even got motion blur turned on, Rival. So yeah, if I had motion blur on it would be even better, but hey. Okay, we're now at full power. So yeah, like my first Train Sim World experience was driving the Class 465 around in the training center, and then I bought TSW3 Deluxe later. It was like 60% off Steam spring sale, and yeah. Chucky says my first TSW experience was a TSW2 on Game Pass and East Coastway I bought. It was on a very bad steady computer, and I gave up until I got the gaming PC. Well, yeah, East Coastway definitely makes the top rankings now that it's had the remaster, especially with that 2018 timetable with the 171, 313 377s and all that jazz running around, especially with the Thameslink AI at Brighton. Like, yes, like East Coastway Remaster is a dang good route. Like, and yeah, I'm really hoping Brighton Mainline Remaster. Like, Brighton Mainline Remaster. Who's with me? Alright, let's start running it down as we're approaching 100. Just have to keep an eye out for adverse signals because we do have that Class 87 ahead of us. Cheese says I had a Samsung Q1 and I literally gamed to 2016 and I replaced my RAM and CPU from a professional. Okay. War Thunderbird says that is weaker than my phone. Precisely. That's why I had to stream it. I couldn't run it on the Chromebook's hardware for obvious reasons. TSW3 on the Xbox Game Pass was mine. What a time. That's also a good... That was also... that must have also been fun. Chucky says, I forgot about TSW for ages until I went into TSW4 on Game Pass before I moved to Epic for mods. Yeah, Yeah, I really hope this year that the Epic Games Store transfers over all the DLCs this year, because it seems very likely that we'll get Train Sim World 7 this year. And remember the debacle last year, with how the Epic Games Store people had to wait months before. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chucky, but I'm worried about it too, buddy. BML Brighton Mainline Remaster right after Northern TransPennine Remaster. Oh, Northern TransPennine. Yes. Northern TransPennine and Tees Valley need the remaster treatment badly. Hello, Leon Parsons. Chi says Samsung Q1 was in the Windows XP days until like Windows 8 and very early Windows 10. Wow. Nick says Northern TransPennine is my most wanted remaster. That is also a very good choice, but I honestly have to say most wanted remaster would have to be Brighton Mainline, and then add Thameslink traffic to that. Leon says, how am I? Yeah, I'm pretty good at the moment. Levitt says the game is going to be really good based on the East Coast mainline. That's what it seems to be. The East Coast mainline says that, like, it seems as though we could get the East Coast mainline in as a core Train Sim World 7 route, judging by the fact that all the ScotRail add-ons got updated, Edinburgh, including Edinburgh Waverley. Yeah, like Edinburgh, like Newcastle upon Tyne to Edinburgh Waverley for TSW7. Hey, aren't we speeding, or is it just electric being electric? Yeah. Electric services on this line. This locomotive is only capable of 100 mile an hour, but there are locomotives running on this line that are capable of 110, namely the Class 87 unit that's in front of us. Don't forget the North Berwick line, absolutely required. Okay. That would be good, to be fair. War Thunderman says he has a Samsung from 2009. Wow, that's almost as old as I am, if you think about it. I'm a 2006 baby. Josh says right now with you, Nick, it's a treat and really deserves it. I assume you're referring to the Northern TransPennine. I know the route is stuttering a bit more, but that's because it's caching everything. This is the first time I've run Preston to Carlisle since deleting my shader cache, so it's having to re-render everything. Q1 was 2007, which was Windows XP era. Wow. Chucky says, I'm on Transport Fever 2, and I'm making rail lines in the 1920s that are future-proofed for 12-coach Electro Stars. That's actually a genius idea. Leon says, I'm excited for the Tadami line to come out on the 30th. I'll actually be in Japan that day, so it's coming out on like 4 AM on the 31st for me. So we will, yeah, I'll probably do a stream like on the August 1st covering it. We will see, however. Don't forget, oh, okay, love it. Cane Creek Remaster. Oh, Cane Creek. From what I've heard, that thing badly deserves a... that thing so badly deserves a full overhaul from the ground up. Ugh. The 385 for updates of all things, and the 385s and 380s run from Edinburgh Waverley to North Berwick. Yeah, it's definitely a bit suspicious, you have to agree. Yeah, it is a Skyhook product, and at the end of the day, it's Skyhook's responsibility to take care of their older products, unfortunately. Yeah. Haven't run into any adverse signals so far, maybe because that 87 is outstripping us because it's capable of 110. Am I happy for Tadami Line in Train Sim World 6? I'm very happy, simply because I was around when they initially announced the route. That was February 2024. 2 years and 6 months ago, and the fact it's taken this long to get it to the oh, we've actually got a neutral section coming up, so I need to run it down because we're coming up on Penrith. Yeah, Tadami line is just wow. Yeah, like the fact we're finally getting that. Oh, we just got a just got a double yellow. Right, let's start slowing down to 80 mile an hour. Yeah. Does Train Sim Worlds is Train Sim World 6 like Microsoft Flight Simulator where you can date back the world, or is it only the trains? You can date back the world. So this route is set in 1986 using period accurate footage and things like reference materials and things like that, and the stock is also from the 1980s. Alright, we're down to 80, coming up on Penrith. You seen that 3-car Northern Trains 158? I did see the leak about that. Skyhook is apparently developing a Northern Class 158 based on the 158 that they already have. Well, in this scenario, there is no Thomas. Of course, well, yeah, it's an officially made scenario, not one of your patented Chucky specials. So, okay, we do have a start slowing down. Yeah, you can date back the world. Skyhook wanted to make other 158s that weren't GWR. I just wish that they should add the class 185. Oh yeah, they should add the 185. I've seen 185s at York. Okay, seem to be yeah. I'll just stay at 60 mile an hour for a bit. Yeah. Where would we put a 185? True. I don't know where we would put a 185. Maybe we'll get Southwest Trains 159. I have reference footage of 159s running through Clapham Junction. So if I ever made a review on a Southwest Trains route, then that would be very helpful. What is your last signal? It was a green, but it was the AWS went off because it changed from green to double yellow. So, yeah. Petition for Just Trains to add a Thomas layer. Maybe get an SWT 159. I already read that. We would put a 185 on a modern Northern Transpennine timetable. True. Yeah. But I don't think we'll ever get a modern Northern Transpennine because with remasters they don't change the era. Look at Great Western Express. A lot of people were wondering, including myself, if we would get like a modern era Great Western Express, but no, it's just the same era, just with the new timetable. I had the most amazing air conditioning on the Class 450 the other day. Got off at Waterloo and was blasted by Sprinter engines. Oh dear. Rivet owe us a timetable still. True. Yeah. Let's just stay at this slow speed for a bit, just let the other... I think the locomotive in front of us did stop at Penrith, so... Yeah, let's just... If this one's a green, I'll accelerate toward lines. Yep, it's a green. Line speed, here we come. Yeah. I know it's stuttering a bit more, but the reason for that is because it's having to... I've got custom .ini engine settings, which means it's all manually caching on my computer. I suppose a Northern Transpennine set in the 2020s would be a similar DLC to Island Line 2022, sold as a more expensive Loco DLC. I would honestly, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, that would actually be pretty brilliant. Also, Northern Trains 158 and 170 would suit the Airedale and Wharfdale lines. Do I play in 720p? No, I don't play in 720p. I play in 1080. I can prove it to you. Settings, advanced. Where's the resolution settings? Aha! 1920 by 1080. Right there. Maybe Doncaster to Leeds and York. We've already got Doncaster to Sheffield as part of that South Yorkshire commuter modded route. So maybe if Dovetail hired that bloke who made the Doncaster to Sheffield route, it'd be cool if Trains of World 6 did a Eurostar train from Paris to London. Paris to London would be a bit too far, but I wouldn't be too surprised. I would love to see a Eurostar route from Ashford International to Lille, set in 2019. So then you could run Eurostar trains on Southeastern High Speed as far as Ashford, and then you could go, yeah. War Thunderband has the world's worst internet, remember math disregard. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, as if you just said math, Dovetail hired the modder and that's why there's been no update. Yeah, like, I would love to see that Doncaster to Sheffield. Is it Doncaster or Doncaster? Someone will have to tell me. And then put it into the game officially. I wouldn't mind seeing that as an official DLC. But if they were turning it into an official add-on, why didn't they remove it? They should add a Class 185 TP in Transpennine Express. Well, the only real place where you could run it would be on a modded timetable on Northern Transpennine, wouldn't it? Actually, let's run you down to 0 because we have to go to this 80. Yeah, let's shut you down. If they do ECML, they need to include the current bit as an extension. Yeah. Like, yeah, the fact that we still only have that that one bit of the East Coast Main Line from Doncaster to Peterborough, which is like literally the most boring section possible of the ECML, and we still don't have a Hull Trains 802, Lumo 803, LNER 800, LNER 91, Mark 3 DVT, etc., etc., etc. is pretty disgraceful given how much of the WCML we've gotten over the past few years. Mind you, I'm not against the WCML content. I think it's good. It's... Okay, Cheese, I see what you did there, buddy. Have 145 passengers waiting for a 13-seater bus. Great job, Chucky. We'll make a city planner of you yet. But... yeah. Yeah, precisely, Cheese. Yeah, like I'm not against the West Coast Main Line content that's already in the game. Like, I love all of the all aboard content. I love the all aboard West Coast Main Line stuff and the Just Trains. Your live is glitching a bit. It's not the live, it's the game, because I'm running this route for the first time in a while. It's having to cache everything again, so it's stuttering constantly. Unfortunately, that's just the way Trains and World is. I can't do anything about it. War Thunderband says, why didn't I call a 91 and DVT an Intercity 225 set? Because I forgot that they were called Intercity 225s, I'll be honest. I just call it a class 91 and DVT. But yeah. Yeah, like, the current lack of ECML content is just disgraceful. Like, the fact that we still only have Peterborough to Doncaster 3 years after that route was released, and the fact that, yeah, but that could soon change. There was an LNER Class 800 mentioned in the last roadmap that got mysteriously removed. So, maybe someone's working on an LNER 800, and with all the ScotRail updates, there's a Class 87. With all the ScotRail updates, that happened recently, it's logical to assume that we could be getting something like Edinburgh Waverley to to Newcastle upon Tyne via Berwick. The 225 sets use Mark 3s or Mark 4s. They use Mark 4s, I believe. Opinion on racing games. I don't play them I don't play that many. I have Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione, but I've never really played either of them because I'm on a controller. If I had a wheel, maybe I would play them a bit more, but yeah. Math, I'm confused. Do you live in Japan or the UK? I'm not surprised you would ask, Chucky. Normally I live in Japan, which I've lived in Japan for the past 12 years, but I've actually been in the UK for the past 4 months, which is how I've been able to get a bunch of footage of UK trains. And yeah. Yeah, I've been in the UK for the past 4 months. I'm going back to Japan next week. And yeah, I'll be AFK for a lot of this week while packing and doing other things. Right, we do have a 90 limit coming up, so I'll start running it down. And yeah, let's actually just let this hill bleed off our speed. Playing on controller is good as well. Not often. It's pretty hard, especially for especially for more realistic racing games. It makes a lot more sense now, thanks. Yeah, I also went to the US last year, so yeah, I'm often bouncing between 3 different countries. I'm not surprised you're... Yeah. I don't have any footage of US railways because the area where I go to, usually in the States, just doesn't have any decent railways nearby. It's a few freight lines, but the nearest passenger line is miles away, and that only has a sleeper train, Amtrak sleeper going over it. Dude, the Mark 4 DVT is just a Mark 3 DVT, but the stroke 2 records to the class number. Assetto Corsa ain't really that bad. iRacing doesn't work on controller. Okay. Okay, we're now passing Shap Summit, ladies and gentlemen, the second highest point where railways run in the UK, the other one being on the Cecil Carlisle line. Okay, let's slow down. Double yellow. Shap Summit, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we're currently here on the map and we have to get down here. Start slowing down to around 60 miles an hour. And we now start going downhill from here. Until you said Shap Summit just then, for some reason I thought we were on the Crewe to Preston. Oh dear. That's pretty funny, Chucky. The more hilly scenery is a dead giveaway that we're on Preston Carlisle. I did the Crewe Preston Mastery last week, and yeah, and I've actually finished it, but the reason those streams are not still up is because the background music that I was using got unfairly and I might say fraudulently copyrighted by YouTube. I disputed it, and the dispute got rejected for no reason. I hate the YouTube copyright system. Yes, I am under a yellow signal at the moment. Release the brakes. Yeah, we're under a double yellow at the moment, so just be careful. Now, this is the steepest part of the route, so especially with container and steel trains over this bit of the route, you do have to be careful. You do have another double yellow that's changed to green, but I'm just going to stick at 60 for a bit. Use copyright-free music like NCS. What is NCS? I've never heard of that. Yeah. The YouTube copyright system absolutely sucks. Farm crossing. Yeah. We're using the locomotive brake quite well to hold the speed. Yeah, we're now passing through the Lake District. Actually, do a tiny bit of train brake. They told me I could keep the video up, but I got a copyright notice for a song on the radio that was playing in the loco shed at a miniature railway. See what I mean? The YouTube copyright system is so heavy-handed. And it's so hard to change anything with it. It completely sucks. It just absolutely sucks. Yeah, like, it's that kind of thing, Chalky, which infuriates me about the copyright system. Class 87 with the rake of Mark 3s on the back. Yeah, I do hate it so much. Like, I think that's one thing everyone on YouTube can absolutely agree on. To a man, to a woman, they hate the copyright system. Like, I think that's the one thing everyone on this platform can agree on. And it absolutely sucks, but unfortunately, unless we all get together and unionize, I don't think that's ever going to I don't think any change is going to happen, because YouTube is just such a large company that nothing short of a class action lawsuit by a huge organization, a huge powerful organization, like say the European Commission, will be able to stop YouTube from carrying out these downright fraudulent and heavy-handed practices. When I make a vid and it's copyrighted, I don't care and keep it anyway because I don't make money. Well, if your channel was monetized, I think you would agree with me more, because yeah, the copyright system is just so heavy-handed that one minor infraction turns off monetization for the entire video, and it's annoying as heck. Yeah, I'm scared to use music in my videos too. Yeah, my old channel counted a music video because I had music in the game. Yeah, that's why I just turn music in games off. I don't make money, so I don't really know about it. If it's the copyrights, if you use like anything, if you commit one minor infraction, the entire video gets demonetized. And for people who rely on their channels for a living, as a lot of people do, it's pretty nasty. Oh, neutral section warning board as we come up on T-Bay goods loop. This is where a lot of banking, this is where during the steam era banking engines were stored. But yeah, obviously with the advent of electric traction and more powerful locomotives, that's not really a consideration. Banking engines aren't really a consideration anymore on the network, except maybe on places like the really unusually steep places like the Lickey Incline in Birmingham. I was actually talking with a bloke the other day. I was talking with a bloke the other day who grew up in Birmingham and actually remembers seeing the 010 unique banking locomotive named Big Bertha going up the Lickey Incline. How cool is that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just... actually, I should start running this down, shouldn't I? I've got a neutral section coming up. Isn't there a locomotive loop up the top of Lickey? Yeah, there is, Chucky. You need a lot of subscribers and viewers to make money? Yeah, but there's a lot of people who have those kinds of viewership and they don't... and they rely on their channel for a living. So, with YouTube's such punitive copyright system, it unfairly discriminates against the people who make the content. And then I've heard of cases where people use royalty-free music, and then a company buys the distributor for that royalty-free music, and then changes it so that music isn't royalty-free anymore, and then gets all of the videos using that content copyright struck. Which, like, how? How is that legal? It's unethical, certainly, but how is that even legal? On Thursday, there was an amazing train formation, a Class 20 Mach 1, a third of a Javelin, a Mach 1, and another Class 20. Whoa! That would be very weird to see, I have to say. Right, let's give her some beans up toward 90 mile an hour. This is my favorite part of the route, where we're passing through the Lake District area. Is that train in front of us close enough to be rendered in? Where is it? Must be far ahead. I'm not surprised. Well, yeah. I'm not too surprised about that, Cheese. Because, yeah, if you're reposting movies on YouTube, that is quite obviously piracy, and you shouldn't be able to make money off of that. And it shouldn't even be there in the first place. But, yeah. Yeah. It's still annoying. Run that off for now. 80 mile an hour. Yeah. Yeah. Just Trains, yeah, like look at the weathering on the console. Just Trains had access to a real Class 86 to get reference shots for this, and they recorded each little button press as well. Yeah. It's very good detail. And then, so yeah, all of like the interior button sounds and things like that were recorded by Just Trains themselves. And also the, and then also like all the 3D modeling was done by Just Trains, but the exterior sounds were done by Armstrong Powerhouse, or Armstation Land Rover, as many people know them as. Who honestly managed to get some very good sounds. And yeah, these are essentially the same running sounds as the 86 from Armstrong Powerhouse's old Class 86 enhancement pack from Train Simulator Classic, which were, yeah, quite good. So yeah, it's Just Trains and Armstrong Powerhouse, like, combined expertise. I've always wondered, surely someone must see these companies recording trains and taking reference photos. Maybe they, yeah, surely they do, but maybe, yeah. I honestly have never seen anyone, like, yeah, I don't know. Surely people must do, and maybe they think of it as a bit odd at the time, but then they just forget about it. If derailment already exists, how did they record the sound for it? They don't record the sounds for derailment. When you derail in Train Sim World, which I haven't done in a while, the sounds usually weird. The crash usually looks a bit weird, and the sounds also sound weird because essentially just the Unreal Engine just doesn't like doing that. Yeah. Still think about Firefly getting reference photos and recordings of the toilet of the Southeastern 375. True. I'd forgotten about that. That's pretty funny. I'd completely forgotten about that. Yeah, the 375, that's one of my favorite trains in this game. I never thought I would think of an Electrostar as one of my favorite trains in this game, but Firefly did such a good job, like, updating the old 375 model, that, yeah, it's just so good. I love Matt's reaction to seeing it on the stream, but do you think he already knew? Honestly, I'm inclined to think the reaction is genuine. Firefly, since most of the time he would have been sitting in the cab, Firefly could have kept that a secret until showing it off to him later. So I'm inclined to think his reaction was genuine. Honestly. 4 miles to Oxenholme. Oh, guys! I forgot Just Trains added rail singing. Listen. Listen to that! Yeah. I forgot Just Trains added rail singing to this route. I'd completely forgotten they did that. Nice. Rail singing makes nighttime train spotting really fun. I'm not surprised. Not surprised, honestly. Yeah. So there's, yeah. We're currently rail singing last year thing you hear before dying, presumably. Yeah. Also, viewers, the Tadami manual released. Oh, I want to pause the game actually, because I actually want to look. Can I find the link for it? Is it already available? Why I hear someone in your room? There's no one in my room. There's people moving around in the background, but oh, trying to see. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to put the Tadami manual in the chat. Because, yeah, they released the driver's manual on the Steam page. So, if you want to peruse the manual, I'll put it in a pinned chat on the stream. Yeah. Yeah, just have to quickly do that. Yeah. I'm come on. All right, here we go. Pin message. There we go. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, there we go. That's the Tadami manual if anyone wants to give that a perusal. Another Class 87 with Mark IIIs. Yeah. It includes a full signaling guide and details on how to use the Kiha 40 diesel rail car, and also a tutorial on how the ATS system works as well, which is honestly pretty easy. Like, yeah, like ATS, you only really have to press it for when the next signal is going to be read. So, speaking of yellow signals, let's actually put the brakes on for that. do like 50% since we're on a pretty steep downhill section. Come on, stop stuttering. Thank you. Alan Thompson Sim in Japan? No, it's not Alan Thompson Sim. It's the automatic train stop system. So yeah, if anyone wants to give that a bit of a read, that is available. If you want to get the Tatami line when it comes out and want to have a bit of advance warning. Alright, let's try and keep around 60 miles an hour. Because, yeah, we're under a double yellow at the moment. Yeah, Alan Thompson simulations, I'm never going to get any of their stuff. Like, the Manchester Airport Commuter, when it released, was iffy enough, but the Class 90 debacle just made everything worse. And on top of that, Alan Thompson himself has been implicated in some pretty nasty stuff. The double yellow has speed limits. Just advisory, you're advised to be, I believe it's 60 miles an hour for double yellows and Lancaster up fast and 18 miles. There's the Windermere branch coming in. Oh, hello, class 47. Steel train, nice. Not that often you see those running steel trains. No, never mind, I stand corrected. Those are turbot aggregate wagons. Very nice. Yes, Chucky, fire away. And also Alan Thompson charging £40 each for the Class 745 and 755 is pretty despicable. They know they have a monopoly on putting those units in a game, so they charge extortionate amounts of money for them. For Train Simulator Classic, I mean. I doubt we'll ever get Stadler. I don't think we'll ever get a Stadler unit in Train Sim World due to the, well, because it, oh, yep, and we've shut down the power. Okay, during the April Fool's Roadmap 2025, Dovetail had a full Class 373 Eurostar model. I don't remember, honestly. But yeah. They do have a Class 373 in their Roblox game, TSW Tycoon. Maybe that's a teaser for something, but it's not officially licensed, of course. Right. What's that light being off? Train heat. Train heat. Okay. So yeah, it's just this light up here which we have to worry about. If that's on, we have power. If that's not on, we don't have power. And then if that's red, we have an overload. I've only ever had an overload once. Joel says, woke up, had breakfast, won the World Rally Championship. I'm just that goated. Lord Vectron just put something in Train Simulator Driver's Discord from the forums. I can't access Train Simulator Driver's Discord after I had a argument with him about whether Train Sim Society was AI or not. Train Sim Society is not an AI. Ooh, nice, intermodal train. And yet he was just insisting with no evidence that Train Sim Society was an AI. And then when I tried to prove my point, he banned me from his Discord server. So he absolutely sucks. And he can't take any viewpoints that don't fully align with his own. Brother just woke up and won the WRC. Yeah, he did. my brother Joel Monday Motorsport, he's very much looking forward to going back to Japan because that's where his wheel is, his Logitech G29 steering wheel, and he's very much looking forward to hitting the road or the rally stage and the racetrack again. Yeah, and now back at our top speed. Yeah. If you have a passenger train, you can pretty effectively control the train speed with just a locomotive brake. If you have a freight train, then you need to use the train brake because, yeah, locomotive brake is not effective enough. Come on, DVD. That's what I do for... Ooh. That sounds nice, cheese. Yeah. What did Lord Vectron put in Train Simulator Driver's Discord, Chuck? You're gonna have to let me know. Because, yeah, I can't access that. You can ask TSD to unban you. I think I've tried messaging him directly on Discord. They just don't go through. I think he's blocked me personally on Discord as well. So, yeah, I'm just not going to bother. I'm just not going to bother with him anymore. If he's going to be a not nice person, then I might as well just cut him out and throw of my life, and stick with the people who actually respect me and my viewpoints. There you go. Friend him first. I already did. I tried to. I can't find it now. Oh dear. Is that a train? No, that's a hedge. Yeah. I'll never know if the thing is AI or not. Yeah. So, just give you the gist of it, Chucky. If you remember what it was. Yeah. There's just no way I can... Yeah. There's just no way I can contact him. Yeah. Is that a train? No, it's a hedge. Mission passed, respect added. Nice one. No, it was TSD himself who banned me, unfortunately. That's, yeah. Give it a little bit more welly just so we don't continue to lose as much speed. Game is stuttering more? Yeah, I think... it might be. I'm not really sure. It's just Train Sim World being Train Sim World, and I've gotten used to it at this point. I don't really even see the stutters anymore. Yeah. So, next Saturday, when I'm in Japan, I am planning on doing a Tadami Line first look stream. Melbourne Train Guy is streaming? Yes, he is. He's playing On the Road Truck Simulator. I've never heard of it. Just be in the zone, yeah. Oh, hello. Right, switch you off. Let's do locomotive brake while we wait for the tap changer to run down. Looks like it's a truck sim. Yeah, I think it is. I think it might be a truck sim. Just wait for that tap changer to run down all the way. Oh! Class 47 with 2 Mark IIA coaches on the back. Wow. Let's go like 50% on that train brake. I realized why I couldn't find it now. It's in Josh's server, not Train Simulator Driver's server. Okay, so what is it, Chucky? Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, you're the old bus. Oh, the new traffic from Crewe Preston hasn't gotten added to this route yet. I thought it had. Yeah, it's a Leyland National bus, actually. Let's get down to 60 miles an hour again. Yeah, we're just going to be chasing yellows the whole way. It looks like some GM crap. Leyland National buses aren't particularly good looking, but they were actually they're actually used as the basis for the Pacer family of trains. There's some screenshot in the game on one of the NPC's laptops with Class 373 blueprints on it. I think that's been a thing in the game for years, hasn't it? I seem to remember hearing about I heard about that years ago, I think. There's some speculation it might be a trick and it'll actually come to the game. If we had an actual Eurostar route, that'd be pretty cool, I have to say. Like, I'd probably get that day one, just because that's one of my dream routes. If we had, but the Class 3, but yeah, the Eurostars would also have to layer onto the Southeastern high-speed route, because currently that section of high-speed 1 from St Pancras to Ashford International that's currently on the route. Like, yeah, that definitely, yeah, but just having the Javelins on high-speed 1, it's definitely unrealistic. Coming up on Carnforth here. Yeah, no high speed services actually stop at Carnforth. Not since the 1960s, anyway. It's just local services to Barrow or Leeds, or southwards to Lancaster. Wonder why they haven't used HST for pulling cargo. That's actually a good point. Like, even HSTs have been exported to other countries. Think of the Australian XPT. And some old XGWR HSTs have even ended up on the Lagos Metro in Nigeria. But they are all being used for passenger. That's actually a good point, War Thunderband. Why haven't they been used for pulling cargo at some point? Interesting that the Class 373 model is not on the fake roadmap anymore. It's definitely interesting, and if we did get a proper 373, that'd be very interesting. 373s are, like, there's a lot of places where you could get 373s from. Like, the 373, like, yeah, there's a 373 in the National Railway Museum, and there are 373s still running around in service. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that service in front of us is going to stop at Lancaster, and we're getting rather behind them. Maybe if they maybe pull in at Lancaster... Hang on, let's actually have a look at the ye olde map. So there's Hestbank, there's the junction to Morecambe. Okay, so he's just past the junction to Morecambe. 1 Mike 26 Glasgow Central to Euston. So say... Oh, and we've also got this steel train ahead of us. So even if this chap, yeah, 1 Mike 26 is going to pull in at Euston, but then we'll still be stuck behind this steel train going at 23 miles an hour. The D19E locomotive has an HST engine, and it still pulls cargo. That's very interesting, and yeah. If you have the HST and Mark 1 barrier coach, then you can pull cargo in this game. Then, Like, you could pull anything with a hook or a Buckeye coupler. So, like the FKA, FFA, FGA, HOA, TEA, even like the nuclear FKAs if you wanted to do some speedy freight. Okay, let's shut you down. Right, shut you down. It was this year's April Fools. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, we do have a neutral section coming up. So yeah, we're stuck behind a steel train and that high-speed service to Euston. But yeah, we're coming up on another of my favorite sections on this route. What is it? The Hest Bank signal box. The HSTs can have a front coupler. If you open the front hatch and attach a special adapter, then Buckeye couplers can attach to it, War Thunderman. It's just that they can't, yeah, that's only for emergency use, and they can't pull anything with that. They had 2 fake route graphics in the Seasons of Reveal style and the Class 373 power car on a black backdrop. Fascinating. I wonder why. Yeah. So that branch off to the right heads toward Morecambe, and that branch is only used by a few services a day. The Class 20 rail tour and a few nuclear services if you're on the Cargo Line Volume 5. If you have Cargo Line Volume 5 installed and are running one of the custom Cargo Line timetables. Oh, there's the neutral section, so power will be shut off now. Power's off. Power's back on. Lovely. Imagine this signal will be a double yellow. No, it's a green. What? Wait a minute. That steel train is surely getting in our way. So that Glasgow Central to Euston service has gotten rounded out of the way. But yeah, we still have that steel train in front of us, unfortunately, who's limited to 60 miles an hour. So let's actually do full beans. Yeah. Yeah, I think the frame rate is gradually decreasing because I'm having to cache everything. Ugh. Hate when that happens. I think I might save the game and come back. Is this a scenario or service? This is a scenario. Because, yeah, I have to run scenarios for... Yeah, I have to run scenarios to get the mastery usually rather than timetable services. So, yeah. I want... Oh. I forgot. Save game has to be enabled in the settings. So now I should be able to save it. There we go. Let's go back to the main menu for a bit. Yeah, because I'm having to cache everything, I think it's just gradually loading more and more onto my system. So, yeah. Which is causing the decreasing frame rate, which I hate when that happens. So yeah, I've just saved the game and I'm coming out now. And then I'll just reload the save and hopefully that helps. You think your laptop is hot? Yeah, it definitely is warm. Yeah, there we go. Just check. I just want to run through my settings. Set that to yards. I forgot to do that. Celsius temperature units, obviously. Alright, reloading the save now. Yeah, there are 3 Train Sim World routes are Yeah, 3 routes are on 90% off right now. Tarantarampa, Canadian National Oakville Subdivision, and oh yeah, okay, that's massively improved the frame rate. Haha. Why is it? Okay. Guess it just resets the traction motors. Wait a minute. Why are we slowing down so much? Hello? 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 Why did we stop? Yeah, the save game feature is complete. Okay. Save game feature is broken. Right. General save game off. Yeah. Could it be something in here that could be causing it? I don't think so. Yes, the save game feature is completely broken. Yeah. Oh well. Guess time for that steel train to... Yeah, to get out of the way. Oh, the train heat switch is on. Switch that off so we... Oh, and I've just overloaded it. It's only the second time I've overloaded one of these. Right, now we're moving. And we're off. Again, yeah. The save game feature is broken, but it did improve the frame rate, so that's good, I suppose. There must be something building up in the file system causing the frame rate to go down over long distances, but what... How do I clear that? Hang on, I actually just want to check something. I'm going to have a look at my engine.ini file and see if there's anything that I can change with that. This might take a few minutes, so... Well, I can't change it right now. Actually, yeah, I will be able to change it till later because, well, I have to... Can't change it right now because the game is running. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, the save game feature is just completely broken. Why? Yeah, I do prefer the class 86/4 over the 86/2 because 86/4 has better paint livery options, especially the electric blue one. And then, yeah, also has a bit more of a detailed interior and train faults that properly work. Do have a 75 limit coming up, so I'll need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, I think saving the game... Where's the headlights? They're on the front. They're all on at the moment. I thought this route got optimized for more performance just trains. Why does 86 only have marker lights? It doesn't have a high intensity headlamp. It has this thing, which is a rally light, and only this locomotive, Hardwick, was fitted with it. So yeah, it's not exactly surprised I didn't recognize it for what it was. Yay, we're overtaking the Glasgow service through Lancaster at full speed. Rally light shows yoinked from a rally car. I don't know. I don't know exactly, if I'm being honest. I'm literally running steam trains with plank wagons over modern track and 320-meter stations. Finally, an opportunity to pass the stopping service. Should be plain sailing from here. Lovely. Let's add a few more notches. Right, we have 20 minutes-ish to do the 20 miles to Preston. That's absolutely hilarious, Chucky. It's a pretty steep hill coming out of Lancaster, so yeah, you do have to be careful, especially when slowing down when coming northward from Preston to Lancaster. You have to slow down quite a bit. Alright, so yeah. I just wish Just Trains were better at optimization. Like, this route performs far worse than even something like WCML, Trent Valley, or Birmingham to Crewe. All aboard are definitely better at the optimization than Just Trains are. Just saying. What do you think about Derail Valley? I've seen a few people play it, like Squirrel, but yeah, I don't really have an opinion on the game because I don't really know of it. I've never played it. 100 miles in the Class 86, Stroke 2. Oh yeah. It looks like an interesting game, but it doesn't look like something I would play just for the heck of it, if I'm being honest. After this service is done, I might close TSW and see if I can do some editing to the .ini file, just to, you know, just to see if I can try and fix the problem with the decreasing frame rate. I like that Just Trains actually use layers in scenarios where most dovetail scenarios only use stock that comes with the route. True. That is very true, Chalky. I'd completely forgotten about that. And, yeah. Yeah. I did a poll on my channel in the community tab, and it doesn't look as though too many people are excited for the Tadami line. Only 17% say they'll get it day one, 40% say they'll get it on sale, and then the rest say they won't get it. Guess running train has cooled people's excitement for this route quite a bit. All aboard even added Scotsmen to their dispatching scenario. Really? That dispatcher scenario on Trent Valley, where is it? Rugby? I think where that is. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically smooth. It's basically plain sailing from here all the way to Preston with no speed limit changes or major gradient changes at all, basically. Yeah, you don't actually dispatch Scotsman, but she passes running alongside an arriving train. Nice. I might have to give that dispatcher scenario a go. I might see if I can do that. Yeah. $13 miles, 12 miles to go. Yeah. I might have to give that scenario a go at some point. Yeah, the next scenario we're doing is no joke, though. It's called the Can You Fix It scenario, and it's on the Liberec Stara Paka route. And it looks pretty difficult. Basically, you spawn in at Turnov, and you have to get in a Class 8, Cheddar 843, and you basically have to figure out what is wrong with it, and get it going again. With the previous man having spent 2 hours trying and failing to fix it. Yeah, I assume that's what the reference is, Cheese. Is it Bob the Builder? Essentially, yes, it's a Bob the Builder reference, which is pretty funny. That sounds quite fun. It's a 5 out of 5 maximum difficulty, pain and punishment scenario from the looks of it, but you have to do it if you want to get the mastery for the Liberec Stara Paka route. So hey, guess we'll have to. How's the frame rate doing? 43, 44, not bad. When it's not stuttering. Bro, the game doesn't have mechanics? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Well, no, you have to get it running in order to run it to the depot to get it properly fixed. You basically have to bodge it. I think the premise is you basically just have to bodge it in order to get it to the depot. Right, run down, please. Start slowing down. Top Gear reference camping challenge. We stopped to do some bodging. Yes. I like the word bodging, and I think that's where I got it from, so yeah. What is Top Gear? Oh, War Thunderman. You need to. Okay. Okay. Look up the Top Gear Classic YouTube channel. Basically, for 15 years, from about 2002 to 2015, there were these 3 blokes named Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond. And they ran a car show, and it was so popular. It was the BBC's #1 trending show, and Top Gear, Top Gear is one of my favorite shows, and the BBC has basically, like, Top Gear Classic is the BBC posting a bunch of the old clips from the show, so I can highly recommend you going to check it out if you're interested. Grand Tour, not so much. I've watched a bit of the Grand Tour, and I to be honest, I don't really like it. There's no Stig, which I knew they couldn't get him over for obvious reasons, but it just seems a bit not quite right, you know. Top Gear, yeah. Unfortunately, with the 3 original guys, the original Top Gear stopped in 2015 due to Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, you know, you all know what I mean. Hello, Toppy. And unfortunately, that meant that, yeah, the original Top Gear stopped, but it continued with new hosts and got honestly pretty meh. And then Freddie Flintoff, one of the hosts and former England cricketer, accidentally rolled a Morgan Super 3, and yeah, that was the end of Top Gear with the new hosts. But yeah, Top Gear's influence has continued with, like, a lot of the car-based channels basically being Top Gear, basically just blatantly copying Top Gear's format. So yeah. If this next signal's green, I'll go back to line speed. Just watched the most random YouTube short ever. Okay, that's fine, War Thunderman. It's quite, yeah, that's fine, War Thunderman. All right, let's go back up to speed. Maximum speed again. We've only been having greens and double yellows, no single yellows or reds, so that's good. We've always been staying moving apart from when the save game broke my train, so yeah. Yeah, the save game feature is just completely broken. I'm not going to use it again. Give it a bean? Yep, I'm giving it the beans. Yeah. So yeah, who in the chat is going to be getting the Tadami line for Train Sim World? Because, yeah. What? Toppy, that's so weird. We need a magical blue kettle to make the train go faster. Yes. Oh my gosh, Toppy, what the weird? That is so... Yeah, I had to read that twice just to... Yeah, that's very weird. Yeah, that's why I don't let YouTube recommend anything to me. I just, yeah. I'll see what the TSW7 situation is first before purchasing any more. Fair enough, Chalky, especially with the Epic Games situation. Yeah, that's probably what I would do in your situation too. Yeah. Oh, I just switched it off. Ah, it's so easy to go from run down to off. I'm going to get a PC. Well, alright. Slowing down for Preston. If you ever do get Train Sim World War Thunderman, there are a plethora of routes that I can recommend. Yeah. Well, yeah. Double yellow again, so let's just stick it around. Whoa, okay, I think the whole area around Preston is loading in, and that's murdering the frame rate. I have TSW3. Well, if we're lucky, Toppy, Train Sim World 7 will have a free starter pack, so you can actually upgrade to the new version without having... Well, no, Toppy. Usually with a new train sim world, they usually offer a free starter pack, so you can move all your old content over without having to pay a dime, which is what I usually do. I usually don't get the core routes until they're on a hefty discount. The routes I'd recommend are Cane Creek and West Cornwall Local. Also note the ghost graffiti. Cane Creek and West Cornwall Local. Those are possibly two of the worst routes in the game. Genuinely. Like, not even joking, those are probably two of the worst routes the game has ever had. Yeah. We might even get into Preston a little late or a little early, I don't know. Yeah. West Cornwall Local, you know what, if you're on a PC and you want West Cornwall, and you actually want West Cornwall Local, like, if you have Riviera, the Class 220 Great Western Express, then you can there's actually a modded timetable on the Train Sim community website by Fiber Optic Cable Core that actually adds modern era services to the West Cornwall Local that actually I could recommend, because then you can, yeah, because that's actually a lot of fun to do. Local DLCs I recommend are the Ice Railbow, GBR Class 802, and ECML Diesel Rail Tool Pack. Also sarcasm. Oh dear. There's St. Walburg's Church, which means we've nearly arrived. Do TSW have any routes you could to drive without having to pay more? There are about once a year there's a route given away for free. So last year it was the Spirit doesn't capture the Spirit of Steam. Okay, we're cleared through to the platform, and we are massively speeding. Riviera is like West Cornwall Local's redemption. Same concept, but execution is miles better. I would agree. Riviera is one of my favorite routes in the game. Like, it's probably the best core route we've ever had, despite the lack of certain kinds of rolling stock. Like, if we could have a GWR Class 158, an Avanti 221, a GWR 800, like that trio, then the route would be, if we could have those, then the route would be perfect, in my eyes. Ooh, we are, okay, well, we're coming in hot. We're coming in hot. Welcome to Preston, ladies and gentlemen. I'm remembering Josh's spad at this signal. Right, I'm going full service on the brakes. I don't care if we stop early. $20 yards short, but who cares? Welcome, and we are less than 10 seconds late. Easily the best core route and best Rivet DLC. I would agree. Oh, we've got a helicopter coming over. Ugh. You've made it at last. The slow journey for a non-stop service. Have a well-deserved break while another driver takes it onwards to London. This signal is probably the signal in Train Sim World with the most spads. I would agree with that. Lost a little, just a few points to speeding. Driven just over 90 miles. And that is the Preston Carlisle Mastery completed. Excellent. Probably, yeah. I'll probably do some INI file bodging to see if I can fix the problem with, the frame rate getting lower and lower throughout the trip. Thomas the Tank Engine. I've already done the West Somerset Mastery, actually. And I'm wondering if it was actually a teaser for Peak Forest all those years ago, because it's an LMS Fowler 4F getting unloaded from a lorry at Dunster. Okay, so be right back screen on. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, this... Oh, stream just disconnected temporarily. That's not good. Yeah. Just going to do some quick file bodging. Come on. It's a nice be right back display. Thanks. Oh, come on. Why are you not loading? Hang on. I'm having trouble with something loading that helps me out with INI files. Come on, load please. Oh, stream disconnected again. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Because I think I have the stream on, nothing's loading. Great. Why are you not loading? Come on. Okay, there we go. Now it's beginning to load. Come on. Load. Yeah, nothing's loading. HST is loving life. Yeah, it is. Computer. Oh. Are you going to actually... Oh, there you go. You're actually going to load now. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the website which I use as a guide for modifying train-to-world.ini files is not happy at the moment. Yeah. Okay, I think I've found a little fix which I can do, but unfortunately that FPS drop is on like that FPS decreasing through our run is a Train Sim World level bug and not something that can just be INI fixed away, unfortunately. Alright. Oh. I knew I'd forgotten something. Yeah. Just make sure that that change is reflected. Yes, it is. Alright, so if I put you in there... Right. Okay, I've done some tweaking in the .ini file, and I finally think that it's working properly. There we go. Right. Launching Train Sim World. Again. Yeah, I'll probably change the Be Right Back screen to be something like the, I don't know, key half 40 or something. Right, okay. Alright. There we go. Now loading up again. Oh, and I almost forgot. I need to go to my document with all the masteries to do. And I need to... and I need to delete Preston Carlisle in a minute. Yeah. I was hoping to do the mastery for the Thames Valley branches today, but unfortunately the mastery for that just isn't appearing anymore. It doesn't appear anywhere. It didn't appear in the first place, is what I mean. Yeah, so I've done some INI file bodging, and hopefully that'll make a bit of a meaningful difference. Just want to actually check. Did I actually make sure that it's working properly? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. Also, it is now possible to trial... there's a new YouTube feature. It is now possible to trial memberships of this channel for free for about a week, I think it is. So if you want to try out being a channel member for free, you can do so now, because I did enable that feature. Okay, here we go. Let's just go to Mastery. Preston Carlisle. Here we go. A Cumbria poster. You can do free member trials. Yes, that is now possible, Chucky. Oh, I do need to make sure that poster is enabled in the Mastery rewards area. Morecambe Illumination's already a thing. But if I do... Yes, here we go. Cumbria poster has been enabled. Saying I'm too poor to buy this? Oh, okay, maybe I haven't enabled it. Okay, anyway, onwards to Liberec's Stara Paka. Oh, not timetable mode. Can you fix it? 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's actually perfect. So, yeah. This route is so hefty that, yeah, it often experiences low frame rates, but it's pretty stable otherwise. Like, very little stuttering despite the low frames. You could drive a German DMU on this route? Yes, the DBBR 642 from the Main-Tauban layers in, representing express services from Turnov to Prague, which are drivable as far as Zalezhny Brod, with an intermediate stop at Mala Scala. Good evening, today's shift will be difficult. A colleague left a train here saying it is broken. He spent more than 2 hours trying to fix it, but wasn't successful. It's your job to find out what is wrong and try to fix it. Here we go. Also, Bob the Builder, can you fix it? Yes, he can. I love how you're all rooting for me, chat. So yeah, here we go. Also, so yeah, our mode of transport for today is this Chede or České dráhy class 843 diesel rail car with a 043 coach on the back. Yeah, let's actually zoom out the map. Math the builder, can he fix it? Thanks, chat. Right, I have to sit in the driver's seat. I'm actually going to turn on control these icons just so I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Troubleshoot the train and get moving. What? I thought it would run me through. No, it's not running me through this. Show next order. Oh, it's all in check. What? Find it interesting how they run rail cars with carriages. Can you imagine running a Class 101 with a Mark II on the back? Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I can't zoom in on it, so... Oh! Oh! It's in different languages. Whoa! War Thunderman language, buddy! Yeah. Handwriting is too much? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go into photo mode just because I'm getting annoyed at this point. Engine number 1 sometimes goes into neutral in high temperatures. Engine number 2 randomly stops. Electrodynamic braking doesn't work. It seems that the engines are overheating. I love how it's giving us precisely 0 help. We have to manually figure out how to switch this thing on. Okay. Train heating shutdown. Overheating in the snow? Well, these 843 units are not do like to overheat. Alright, I'm turning my headlamp on just to see if there's anything like circuit breaker popped. Fire extinguisher systems. All the breakers are online. Electrodynamic brake is... yeah. IDK, grab coolant for a store. This scenario is like me when I get stopped by SIFA. Yeah. Is there a battery switch? I think there is, but it's further down the unit. Ugh. Well, that's not what we're oh, wait a minute. What's this? RTR door. Input signals, bogey selector, regulator. Engine cooling, was it on? I don't know what that means. I don't know how to work this thing. This is me just bodging a solution. Traction engine ventilation are on. Turn all these chaps on. Is there anything else which I can operate in this? No. So I can shut that. Is there a different compartment somewhere else? Aha! I knew there was something else in here. Turn everything on? Yeah. Oh, hello. Control valve to complementary brakes are on. Anything else you're gonna get? Oh, hello. Control valve to direct... okay, so it's just the brakes are controlled through this little door here. What about down here? BSE valve... I don't know what any of this means! You know, it'd be real funny, just spam click all of them, and if it's completely gronked, just restart. Don't want to restart, I don't have the time for that. I am on a limited schedule. I am on a RTO window. What does this do? Heating switch, suspension test, toilet water heating. We probably don't want to have that on. Suspension test, emergency lights on. It doesn't look like we have any battery power. It's not even the emergency lights working. Where's the switch for the battery in this bad boy? Toilet water heating, what the hell, what the heck is that for? I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, there's a horse going by in real life. Cab light, wiper, brake overcharge, quick release. I need a battery, please. That's the LS90, mirror heating, train lights. There's gotta be a battery switch somewhere. I can't go in the toilet, that's the thing. Emergency lights. Yeah, there's no power at all. The battery is outside? Oh! Hello! We've got snow on the engine intakes. I didn't know that was a thing. Right. What are you? You're not operational. You don't work. Fuel cap. Hello? Oh, hello. How does the coach have power? But this one doesn't. I think it's the same fault every time, Chucky. So, yeah, let's have a look for the engine intakes on this side. Aha! Yeah. So yeah, definitely the intakes were covered in snow. Yeah. How does the coach behind us have power, but we don't? Battery maybe at the middle. I wasn't able to find anything like that. Maybe if I can use keyboard commands to find something like that? Yeah, where's Waldo? Where's the battery? Master, yeah, all these breakers are on. Do any of these work? No. There is a reason the scenario is a 5 out of 5 difficulty. Oh, man. Oh, the handbrake's on. I'll leave that on for now since we don't have power for anything else. Anything. The box thing. The red and white battery. What? You guys can see something I can't. Yeah, even the whistle switch. Red and white. Oh, that's the battery switch. Saying we have voltage but no amps. But it's not giving me a switch to turn it on. Bob the Builder, we may not be able to fix it. If we can't fix it, then this scenario is incompletable. So that's the battery ammeters, but that's for when the engine is on, this 220 volt charger thing. Wait, I wasn't being serious with the red and white battery switch. Oh, thanks, Chuck. You got me good there. Have volts, no amps, so charge is there. Yeah. That's what I'm interested. Yeah. Like, if I try to turn things on, it just doesn't turn itself on. Like, if I try to... Hang on, do the mirrors work, so... Hang on, let's try that. Yeah, if I try to extend the mirrors... There's no... Oh, it could be this little thing here. Diode test. Windshield heating... We want red both on that. Actually, no, since we have a conditioning, heating. That's the air conditioning controls. What is going on with this unit? Why is the rear coach has power? Your guess is as good as mine, buddy. So that's the door button. It must be... Yeah, engine cooling on. Later input signals. Yeah. All those are on. Maybe the back car? Maybe. The trouble is, I have no real life experience. The idea of the scenario is to be hard, yeah, but not impossible. Heating switch. Wait. I hear something, like a mechanical humming noise. I heard something there for a second. It's all in check? Precisely. Oh, what? I'm still stuck in here? See if there's anything in this cab here. There's a hot plate of some kind. But nothing that looks like it could be battery related. Wait a minute. I think I actually have an idea. If I can't find the battery switch, then I could sit in the driver's seat and see if there's a keyboard shortcut. That's an idea. You'd better double check. Yeah. Battery switch keyboard shortcut TSW. Try and... yeah. Preston to Carlisle is done. Forgot to remove that earlier. Is this 2 units coupled together? It's 1 unit and 1 coach. It's Z and Control Z. Here we go. Control Z, Shift Z, and Control Z are doing nothing. Oh, come on. That's German, Czech. Okay, back to English. Don't think there's a dedicated battery. I can't. I tried that with Thunderman. I can't start the engine. Hang on. I think if I have a look in the game, then control guide. Aha. Blower, brake charge, brake hold, circuit breaker, control. The radio doesn't. The radio works, but it doesn't receive any transmissions. Control G. No. Dampers. Distance counter. Dynamic brake. PZB. Engine shutdown. Gauge light. Guard signal buzzer. Yeah, like nothing has electrical power. I want to set to automatic. Yeah, we have volts, but no amps. It is a CD class 843. Hang on. Yeah, that one. Nothing. Nobody's really played this scenario. This is beginning to be frustrating. This is supposed to be a hard scenario, yes. Why is it so annoying to get... How do I switch the battery on? What's the old coach? Can't find any real life stuff. If it would be here, it'd only be in check. And now I've gotten myself stuck. Awesome. You gotta be kidding me. Right. Right. Thank goodness for this headlight. Look, the box thingy in the middle of the train. Okay. Oh, is it? Could it be this thing? It looks like electrical of some kind. Wait. I've just remembered something. There's a... Oh, these doors work. Somehow. Despite needing electrical power to operate them. So what did it say on the note again? Okay, I'll go read that note again for you. The note says, quote, engine number 1 sometimes goes into neutral in high temperatures. Engine number 2 randomly stops. Electrodynamic braking is not available, and it seems that the engines are overheating quite a bit. I think I know what I think I've solved the overheating problem thanks to me cleaning out those engine intakes. But yeah, like this is where I'd assume those batteries would be. But yeah. Wait a minute. I seem to remember something like a little panel on the side of the train where you could activate the electrical power. Oh, there's an under-train device. Nice. There's something on the side of this unit. I seem to remember seeing it where you could open a little panel and then press a button and the battery would come on. Was that a different unit? I hope not. What about this? It's just a coach. Yeah. Don't need you. Yeah, that's cleaning snow. That's the fuel cap. Yeah, this is where I'd assume you could turn on the battery, but it's not, doesn't have the switch to do so. I'll go through the train again and see if I can find a manually operable switch for the battery in the middle of the unit. Because, yeah. Have about... Yeah, I might have to come back to this scenario tomorrow. Okay, RTR door. Regulator input signals. Movie selector. This is just for controlling the brakes, wasn't it? Doesn't look like there's anything... Oh, hello. I could go right inside it. Direct brake release, you maybe need to... No, I don't need to... I can't tow the unit, that's not what it wants me to do. VSE valve, valve RDST. What does this mean? Don't know what any of this means. Maybe I'll have to find the manual to get the battery on. Back cab? Yeah, I'm here. Are the valves supposed to be open or closed? I have no idea. Genuinely, I have no idea. Hot plate. Needs are the same switches as you can find in front, like for the air conditioning, heating, etc. I'm going to have a look at the manual real quick, because I have that available to read, to peruse. So... no, that's not it. I need you. Liberec Stara Paka manual. I want the 843. Cold and dark start. Here we go. So that's page 43 is the manual. Page 43. Here it is. Open the battery cover and turn the handle to get electrical power. Cylinders, handbrake. Oh, okay, I found it. Right. And I know where it is. It was in a place which I didn't think to look, I'll be honest. So you see, yeah, battery handle cover. Battery handle. Ka-chunk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have power. Oh man. Okay, so now the displays, etc. are starting up. So yeah, it's just a battery handle in here. Ah, can't see. Windshield heat. Oh, windshield heat. No. Heating on. No. Windshield heating on. So yeah, now we have juice in this bad boy. Who shut this unit down? The other driver from before. And the main thing, yeah, I just didn't know where the battery was, so... Yeah, look at that instrument glow, though. Oh, yeah. Alright. Instrument lights, please. Yes, there we go. Right, master key. On... Versa forward. Active failure. Be quiet. Oh. Yeah, that instrument glow is mwah, beautiful. I do need the radio area so I can set the proper radio channels. So where is that in the manual? They've got a map where with the here it is. So we're currently in the area with channel 61. Area with channel 61. Do an engine start? Yeah, I will. So I need data. 5. 61. Stick that in. There we go. Now we're in the proper radio channel. You can actually lose points if you don't do that. Need a 40. There we go. Speed is set there. Oh, and I need to actually set this to automatic winter. There we go. And There we go. Just 50% power. Headlights on. Wiper, we'll put it on 1. Signal lights, all white. Yes. Oh, I think the engine needs to be started. Engine control, number 1. And then I need the engine to start. Active failure. Start, please. Window open? Not in the winter. Okay, we have a new problem, ladies and gentlemen. We have electrical power, but why won't the engine start? Just hold the button for a bit. Yeah, I know I have an active failure. I just don't know how to find it where it's... Yeah. I messed up the train? No, I didn't. I don't know how to work any of this. Give it some... You think it might be out of fuel? No, it's got fuel, alright. Hold it for like 20 seconds. I think I have to put the reverser to engine only. Start up, buddy. Yes! It worked! Haha! Right, engine number 2, start. Okay, I just had to hold the button for a longer amount of time than I expected to put the reverser in engine only. Right. Alright, I think both engines are running. So... yeah, let's just check the engine intakes again. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, let's go. Oh, I forgot the brakes are cut out. Yeah, so... my train sounds like an Adelaide 3000. Really? I don't think they have any connection, but that's interesting. Right. Why aren't the brakes releasing? The direct brake is off. Oh, handbrake. Thank you, War Thunderman. Much appreciated. Right, there we go. Touch it. Hang on, the handbrake could be on at both ends. Put the direct brake on at this end, and I'll go check to see if the handbrake is on at the other end of the train. see anything. There we go. Right. Oh, there's no handbrake this end. Never mind. Handbrake is at 0. Valve heating, let's turn you on. Charger on. We're not moving. Why are we not moving? Train. Back car handbrake? Already checked that, War Thunderman. There's no... Okay, there we go. That's working, at least. Can I at least see the move around? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good. Good. Cap light on. Brakes are cut in. Yeah, the brakes are stuck on, it seems. Emergency brake lever. Brake on the carriage. Ah, now you're thinking like me. Good thing I did this in a live stream. Yeah, there could be a brake in this carriage. Come on, buddy. Gonna open up. I'll just go through the unit then. Yeah, it's locked. Are you going to do the Thames Valley Mastery next video? Asked Pomney. The Thames Valley Mastery isn't available yet, and I'm not joking. Like, despite that being an advertised feature of the route, it's just not showing up anywhere, so I don't know what to do for said mastery. And people, yeah, it's just unable to be completed at the moment. Yeah. If the doors are locked, maybe the whole carriage is still out of use. Maybe. Is there a handbrake in this coach? Handbrake. Oh. Well, that doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, normally the brake is outside the unit? Okay, I'll have to check that. Yeah. True, cheese, true. Let's go outside the unit. But yeah, the engines are running, electrical power is working. What are you? You don't work. I don't know what that means. Distributed cutoff. What does that mean? Gangway doors are open? No, they're closed. You're right, actually, Chalk. Now that I'm thinking about it. And with maybe all of the brake pipe levers, like in the other bit, maybe those need to be fixed. Those need to be engine cooling is on, regulator, blah blah. Turn that on just in case. Maybe I have to set all of these to closed. The rest is... Maybe that's it? Oh, I think I know what I just did. Hang on. I need to change all those valves back. I think I'm supposed to leave those open. You can hear whirring? Yeah, that's the engine. And then, yeah. And then I'll go back and do that on the 843 coach as well. There it is. I can hear the engine whirring up. Huh? The air thingy is broken. Wait a minute. It's not... I think I've just found a cheat code. Hang on. Quiet. That sounded promising. It did. Yeah, and we're in area. Date 561. That's the radio setup. Automatic winter driving engaged. Set that to 40. Brakes are cut in. The engine's already running. So yeah, the brakes just don't want to cooperate. There's heat. Oh. Alright, get the safety on. Safety systems. Electrodynamic brakes. Turn those off just to try. Let's try you now. Because that was one of the things that were supposedly malfunctioning. Nope. Okay, I'll turn them back on. Well, if it's not available, I might as well switch the whole thing off. Handbrake is off already. So, what is going on here? Yeah, the brakes just won't release at all. Oh, I've got the reverser and engine only. Could that be it? Train is giving me a bad day? Yeah. That's the vigilance system. You gonna actually move or not? That doesn't sound good. 40 minutes? I've been at this for 40 minutes? Ah! That'd be cheating, Leon Parsons. Could that be it? Air reservoir cleanup? I like the pattern on the seat. Yeah, it's a decent pattern, I have to say. What is wrong with this unit map? I said like 30 minutes ago, yeah. Got the electrodynamic brake off because that's not working. What could it be this time? Yeah, it revs up like it's going to depart, but the... Why do you do this? Why? Maybe if I set you all to close. That will allow us to move. I know I tried this earlier, but I didn't do all the switches. All the switches in here that I manipulated? Oh. And the emergency brakes just went off. Because I left the vigilance system on. Right, I'm isolating you, buddy. See if that worked. Oh my gosh, jeez. Why? Oh, great. That emergency brake application is... the brakes are... Yeah, the brakes now aren't releasing. Do you have to do once you get it moving? You have to... Yeah, I have to go up to Liberec, which is like halfway up the route, and it's like, yeah, it's like 45 minutes away, even if the train was running properly. Where's the brake release switch in this? Oh, here we go. Emergency brakes aren't releasing. Try that. Might as well just restart the scenario at this point. Ugh. I'm beginning to get really annoyed, Leon. Right. Excuse me. I'm going to watch a tutorial, hang on. Restart the scenario. Yeah.
When are you getting your shower?
Soon.
They're coming at 12.
I don't know.
They're coming at 12.
I know. Alright, okay. I'm just going to pause it there. Alright. Alright, so there... Okay, apparently there is a bug with the scenario that means we have to change the channel to 71 before leaving turnoff in order to get the objective to complete. Alright, so what do you do, buddy? At least it's not our fault if it's a bug. It's not the train moving is not a bug, that's realistic. It's just that to complete the scenario, we have to change the objective. Okay, so this bloke is cleaning the intake grids like we were. Yeah, on both sides. Excuse me. Alright, he's now going into the back and switching the regulator. Oh, the regulator. Okay. Regulator to P mode. Okay, right. I think I know what to do. Yeah, I know it's our job to find out what's wrong. Yeah, so what we have to do is light on. So we have to go to here and turn regulator to P. Turn all of these switches on. You can't hear any in-game P mode, P for power, P for park. I don't know, but yeah, you won't be able to hear any in-game audio for a bit. So yeah. All right, so okay, and then he goes and sits down in the cab, and battery. Yeah, I'll just set these up myself because, yeah, I know how to do it. Signal lights to all white. There we go. Yeah. If I'm legitimately stuck, then yeah, it's not cheating. Yeah. Also want to put on automatic speed control as well while I'm here. And set that to 40 kph. And instrument lights on. Next, he goes and turns the handbrake off. Yeah, you won't be, because, yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted. You can't hear any in-game audio at the moment. And waits for this. Then press, oh, he goes and presses 7 on this monitor here. And enter. Huh, what does that do? He then goes and turns on this thingamabob here. Turn that to low contrast mode. Engine selection control to central and master key on. What? Why did that turn it off? Okay. Oh, I need to then turn you to 71. That is inaccurate, but that will mean we can actually complete this scenario. Puts the engine control selector to 1. And then hits the engine start button. Oh, did I not? Okay. Just check the engine intake real quick. to get out of my seat. Right, engine intakes are cleared from... Have clear snow. There it is. Yeah, I won't be able to complete the scenario today, unfortunately. I could... Yeah, I just want to... Yeah, you know. I'll probably have to save the game, which is annoying, but hey. Let's actually turn that on while I'm thinking about it. Save game online. So engine number 1 is online. And now time for engine number 2. How on earth do you come up with a scenario idea like this, and how did it get approved? That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Under the hood should be pretty straightforward, but I think on the cover it's complex, yeah. I'm not a train guy, but that's what I'm thinking, yeah. Oh, okay. The automatic speed control isn't working. It's not the end of the world. But I would like it to work. Yeah, I think I just have to drive this in manual mode. Ugh. Oh well. And we're off. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. Quiet. Are you going to finally work? No. Right, I'm just going to have to manually change the... Yeah, with enough persistence and suffering, yes, I can do it. Alright. Right. Yeah. To complete the scenario, you do have to set the radio channel to 71. Yeah. It's really annoying that we can't use the automatic speed control. Yeah. The automatic speed control just is not functional. I think it's because the electrodynamic brakes have failed. Yeah. So we gotta go via radio channel change 71, which I've already done. Stop at Liberec track 111, and then stop at whatever that is. Presumably like a depot or something. Yeah. Even if we do it at slower than line speed, I'll be glad to get to the home base. Wow, okay, frame rate. Holy. Wait a minute. Engines are running, but no power is being generated. Well, not enough acceleration power is being generated. Come on. Yeah, we just have to limp this thing to Liberec. Which doesn't have the I think one of the engines might have shut itself down. But the trouble is, I don't know which one that is. Like, I'm giving it power. Petition to make this the BRB screen. The BRB screen will be changed next week to the Kiha 40. Come on, buddy. Give us some welly. It is cozy. Come on, buddy. BRB, of course, has to be Japanese. Yeah. Come on. Oh, we just lost power. Engines are shutting down. You need a mod that couples Thomas to Japanese units. Right. Yeah, both engines are dead. You gotta be kidding me, man. Come on. Alright. Come on, buddy. Okay, we got power back. Right, I'm going to keep the cab light on. You got power back, but not much. We're barely maintaining 40 kilometers an hour. Why is the red strobing? Where? It was behind me? Oh, that was the level crossing, I think. Yeah, manual shutdown and restart. Might as well come to a stop. Brakes online. Might as well come to a stop and try to revitalize the engines. Both appear to be online. But why were we losing power? Oh, nice, that fan works. I didn't know that. Quiet. That's it shuts down randomly? Yeah, I know. Still annoying though. Shut off the vigilance system for a minute, it's beginning to get annoying. Isolate vigilance until we get going again. Oh, we're rolling backward, we're rolling backward. Not getting any engine power. Check the intakes. Good call. Clogged again. I'm going to be really annoyed. Where are the intakes? Oh, here they are. They're fully free of snow. What about on the other side? Yep, they're free of snow on both sides. That's good. That's one less thing to worry about, I suppose. Stop wheel spinning. Did the engines just die? Ugh. It is making some very strange noises. It went like 5 miles of boom. Come on! Curse you! Curse you! Ugh. If this is real life, I would just abandon this thing here and go and phone for a shunter to come through in the morning. But unfortunately, this isn't real life, and I have to get this thing to Liberec somehow. Come on. I think the engine's dead. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. I have to go get ready for some other stuff today, and leaving this here stranded in the middle of nowhere with no backup, no rescue, and with me seriously annoyed. I think that feels rather apropos, doesn't it? Anyway, that'll be all for this stream, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Well, I will come try to tackle this absolute piece of tomorrow. Fun stream. Yeah, bye, Chalk. I'll try and tackle this thing tomorrow. Yeah. If this is real life, I'd go find a telephone box and a taxi. But hey, anyway. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to trying this tomorrow, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.